Hey guys, Speed here, doing a little bit of a different video this time. Kind of wanted to challenge myself this month to make a big video slash music project, and it's kind of weird, going off script. See, about 2 years ago, I released my first official music album called Everything. It was a bit of a personal project of mine to sort of put how I was feeling for the past like 2 or 3 years out there in sort of an artistic type of thing, and sort of like a different type of music project from what I was usually doing, because what I usually do and what I have been doing is video game-esque music. So for this project, I kind of want to make a sequel to that album to cover how I've been feeling over the past like 2 years since that album, and kind of as a way to stretch the old musical muscle and try to make something new and interesting. So I'm going to try to record a little bit every day of this month, and I'm going to put everything together into one big video, and maybe even have the whole album done by the end of this month. And I'll release both the video and the album at the same time. Probably won't have it on Spotify like immediately. It'll probably just be on like Bandcamp. But yeah, every day gonna record a little bit of something, do some documentary type shit, I don't know, and see where it goes. So, this is a little peek of first project, first track. It's a sequel to the first track on the previous album, Forecast. Basically just a soft little intro track to sort of warm the listener up for what's to come. That's pretty much what I have so far with this. I do want to do more with it because the original track was longer and it kind of had more going on. It had like a sort of it changed to like a hard rock type beat. I don't know if I want to do that for this one though. I was thinking maybe I could kind of add some drums in there, vocal harmonies. See, I play drums, but I have a keyboard like right off screen there. I have a bunch of guitars over there, a ukulele, but you know, I rely way too much on like drawing shit on the piano roll. But it's not a problem. But I feel like I can do a lot better with this, and I want to take this project as my chance to sort of use more real instruments instead of just like kind of just doing it all digitally. Just to see, you know. If it works out, cool. If it doesn't, then well, I know what to do on the computer, so it'll be fine. But I think what we'll do is I'm gonna extend this a bit more, and I'm gonna have a drum beat come in. Anyways, time signature is 5/4, so I think I'm just gonna extend this, do a drum beat, then we'll have an end. Maybe add some vocal harmonies too, maybe like a bass line. I'm not gonna have it be super long. I think this is probably like a 2 minutes, okay, allowance. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try to record myself playing the drums over this. Only problem is I have no idea how I'm gonna get this all the way over here. But I'll figure something out, and if it doesn't work, well, I can just program the drums. But let's see how this goes. Okay, switching to my phone real quick. I kind of have a shitty setup here, but I'm gonna see if it works. If it works, cool. I can't hit the Alright, hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully that's not too off time. Ooh. And progressively, you will see that my room becomes less of a mess, hopefully. Alright, so drum track sounds a little like ass, but I kinda took the best of what I had and put it in there. Yeah, let you guys take a little listen. Sounds pretty rough, but you know, I'm gonna pretend that's intentional. I'm gonna pretend that that is a creative choice. So I'm gonna mess around with that later, anyways. Next on the list, I'm thinking of doing bass line, and not gonna draw on a piano roll this time. I'm gonna actually play it on the keyboard I have. I actually started learning piano today through my best friend YouTube. Still not super good at it, but that's another thing I want to do this month. I'm gonna try to learn piano a little bit every day, get as good as I can in a month's time, and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna try to lay out a little bit of a bass line on the keyboard here. See how that goes. Got that bass down. Just need to quantize it, and there's like one wrong note in there, but that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, using the piano roll for corrections and quantization and stuff is fine, but I think for the majority of this album, or at least the song, I just want to go fully raw, I guess. That might be the word I'm looking for. Alright, still a little rough, but it's getting there. We got a drum line, we got the bass. Still want to do those harmonies too. Just gonna quickly fix the timing on this and maybe drop it down. Fixed up the bass line a little bit, dropped it down like an octave, and here's how it sounds. Next up, what I want to do is I want to try to record some harmonies. I'm not the best vocalist. If you've listened to literally any of my tracks with my own vocals, then you probably know that. But fuck it, I think it'll sound fine. Let's give it a shot. added some reverb to the harmonies. Also just lowered them, put one of them on the left speaker, one of them on the right speaker, left one in, I guess, both. And yeah, I also went through the liberty of naming the shits and naming the drum beat, just so that they're not called like untitled voice track number 27 when it gets to that point, because it might get to that point. But yeah, shaping up a little better. Here, have a listen. It still sounded a little clumsy, but I feel like it's getting there. It just needs. I'm thinking maybe adding a back synth over to where everything starts to come together, and maybe a reverse symbol right here to kind of add a transition to this quiet outro part. That's what I'm thinking at least. All this on hold, maybe a little bit longer. Get rid of the attack a little bit. Lower this down a little bit. We're gonna grab a stereo enhancer and we're gonna just put like a subtle effect on it. That way it'll sound like that instead of just sounding like this. It's a slight difference, but I feel like it gives the sound more depth. A little bit of reverb. Ooh, that's already good. So, but all I want this for is the gator option. So, I'm just gonna put that on each beat. Probably gonna have to slow it down. Yeah, so let's see how it sounds all together. Not really feeling it, so instead, I'm gonna actually get rid of that. Lower this a bit more. And maybe instead what we need is something from delay. Get a dreamy delay going on. See how that sounds instead. lads, this is day 2. Welcome back. Got a little bit of a track list going on here, as well as the album name. They're gonna call it Everything Else. We got Weather Update as the first track. Second track, I want to try maybe doing something more rock-like. So we're gonna get started on that, see how that goes. I also added a little touches to Weather Update after I stopped recording later in the day. Might play that back for y'all real quick. And I started a little bit of something for track 2, but it's not anything super big. Just kind of getting a chord progression, like a bass line down. Alright, so nothing super different with this track. All I added was a little bit of a finesse on the ending part here. I realized that in my original concept for the song, I wanted to turn into a haunting and ethereal type of track at the end. I didn't add that, so I kind of went back and did something like this. So I think that sounds a bit closer to what I wanted, to what I originally put in the concept for this track. So I think this is pretty much finished. So moving on to the next track, which I plan on calling Open the Door or Close the Door. For a genre, kind of want to do alternative rock, maybe with a little bit of lo-fi. So far, I don't have anything super concrete. I just have pretty much the root notes for the verses and then the root notes for the chorus. And I already have an idea for the chorus, which is a demo I made for the previous album I made. I never turned it into a full song and I never added it to the album, but here, I'll play the demo and I'll let you guys listen, because I want to sort of repurpose this demo for the chorus of this new track. I don't care. Yeah, so pretty rough, but that's essentially what I'm going to repurpose for this chorus. And what I have so far, like I said, nothing super special, just the root notes for the verse and the root notes for the chorus with some placeholder drums. pretty much the gist of it. I'm gonna try to add on to this and make it sound better. If I'm gonna go rock with this, I think it'd be best to use some more natural sounding bass. I'm thinking the bass line will go like dun 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 dun. I'm thinking the beginning of this track could maybe sound a little bit like Save Yourself from One OK Rock. I really like that song, so if I can try to maybe get a similar vibe with that, but instead of going into like a trap beat after the chorus, it'd be more lo-fi. Then I wonder if it would sound good to replace the original synth bass I had with something like this. Found a nifty trick about making 808s with a 3x oscillator by I forget his name, but it's gonna be on the screen. So if you need a way to make 808s with stock FL plugins, this is it. Alright, I like how this is shaping up so far. I think I want to make this beefier, and I want to add an electric guitar, and I have the perfect VST for it, but this PC kind of sucks, so I'm gonna substitute it for something not as good, but not completely terrible. One of my pals posted it in a Discord server, and I downloaded it, started messing around with it, and it sounds pretty nice. Only problem is that I already have shreddage for Contact, and that's a good one. Only problem is that can't use it. It completely kills FL after like a minute, because it just I don't have enough memory on this computer, unfortunately. So I kind of have to cheat a little bit, and whenever I want to use shreddage, I have to open up a completely separate project, completely empty project, and kind of make the guitar shit on there, save it as an audio file, and then throw it into the actual project that I'm working on. And it works. It's just really dumb, because I'd rather have the VST I'm trying to use on the same project file, but hey, it is what it is, you know. Kind of have to work with what you got. So I'm gonna add some rhythm guitar or something, just to sort of beef up this beginning part, and then we'll see how it sounds, and we'll see where to go from there. Also, hopefully the audio, like my desktop audio compared to my mic audio, isn't too off. I haven't really checked yet, so we'll see. We'll see how it sounds. Alright, so got the VST. Doesn't sound too bad, but going to add an amp to this, because don't really want that clean sound right now. Okay. Doesn't sound exactly how I wanted it to sound, but we're getting there, we're getting there. Alright, then together it should sound like this. Ooh, alright. So I think I can lower that. Alright, I like that. Fruity, fuck, can't spell. Fruity filter, here we go. Throw on one of these. I'm thinking of maybe adding an intro with just the guitar playing like the chords. Yeah, I think I like that. So, just realized, not playing much with this with the keyboard. Muscle memory kicked in. And so, I am gonna remedy this though. Still playing the drums, and I don't know if there's something I can do with the keyboard. I'm not skilled enough to do a keyboard solo. Okay, I think that after I finish up the chorus, I'm gonna try to add some like extra little instruments like a piano or like strings or something, and I'll specifically play it on the keyboard so that way there's no excuse for not doing that. But yeah, my bad, I just completely went in and just anybody else have that problem when you try to put in a new pattern, instead it just ends up renaming another pattern? Like, I swear I'm not misclicking. I definitely hit insert one and it just does its own thing. It's really annoying. I must be misclicking though. There's no way that's a feature, right? This is shaping up so far. Still needs a lot of work, and still gotta bust out the drums and the keyboard, but I'm liking it. And once again, big apologies for all the snap, crackle, pop y'all are hearing. I don't know why the hell this is chugging so much. It usually doesn't do this. It's got to be OBS. Kind of a pain, but hey, it is, like I said, it is what it is. It'll sound a lot clearer once it's released, so just hang in there. I feel like it'd be cool if there was like an extra thing right here, maybe it changed and the chords are played, and it goes back into the chorus and kind of fades out. I was gonna just have it do the guitar thing and fade out, but that seems kind of meh. Besides, the song's only like, it's barely even 2 minutes, so I feel like I could definitely do. But then that's gonna require me to do keyboard stuff. Damn it. Well, not necessarily. If I do the new chords with guitar, then I can always just add extra things with the keyboard, like I said. So yeah, alright, let's do that. Got that. I have no idea if that's actually playable on guitar, but it sounds good, so I'm keeping it. That I was supposed to add a lo-fi type beat, so I'm thinking we can bring that back in but filter it and then add some lo-fi drums and like a piano, which I'll play on the keyboard. Oh, it's all coming together. I'm smart, I swear. Don't have the 808, just do something even simpler. Picked up some drums that would be perfect for a lo-fi beat. They're actually for boom bap stuff, but I think they'll fit fine. for the bass, I'm gonna have the 808 follow the kick. Boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, boom boom. Then I might actually omit the normal sound and bass just for this part. Then for this, I might actually have this even lower. I'll have that go twice. And then before it goes back into the chorus, it's gonna play the intro. Not even the intro one, actually, just the regular backing guitar. As the guitar becomes more noticeable, and it goes into the chorus. And then I guess it'll end with the intro guitar part looping as it fades out. That should be good. So I think structure-wise, we pretty much got it. Just need some extra touches. Gotta play the drums, get the keyboard going, and obviously mix is a lot better. Never been my strong suit, but I'm working on it. So still pretty rough, but I think the structure's there. I was kind of thinking, instead of going into the backing, what if it just goes immediately into the chorus, but it will omit the drums for a little bit and it'll come back in. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see how that sounds. Alright, I think that's like the basic structure of the song done. We just need to record drums, get the keyboard parts in there, do vocals, and I guess lyric writing as well. But that's pretty much it. We're one step closer to having another finished track 2. I'm gonna take a quick break, then I'll be back, freshen up, and get this shit going. Alright, I'm back. Had some lunch, went out for a bit, I'm feeling super refreshed. So I'm gonna take some time to write the lyrics, get the 2 verses down, then probably record drums next, then do vocals, then do the keyboard stuff. So we'll get on that. Alright, so I just killed my voice doing some placeholder vocals until I do the real ones and edit them and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna play some drums, then we'll move on to keyboard, and I'll probably save the final vocals for later. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do that today, but yep, drums, keyboard, then we're pretty much done. Yep. So I got the drums recorded, but honestly I think I might need to re-record them. That was not good. I don't know. I'm gonna try to splice it up. Maybe I can salvage this, but if it needs to be recorded, it's fine. Alright, so I messed around with it a little bit, and I got it sounding actually pretty decent. I think the sort of roughness of it gives it a sort of charm, and I'm kind of starting to like it actually. So I think all that needs to be done now is record the keyboard part. I'm just gonna have like a soft piano in the verses and maybe like some sort of synth pad during the chorus just to give it more depth. And then maybe piano in the lo-fi part too. But yeah, I think that's it. And then finishing touches in terms of actually finishing the track would be redo the vocals, make sure they're actually decent. Switch out the placeholder guitar VST for shreddage. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Unless I'm missing anything, which I will find out later. So, yep. Keyboard time. It's keyboard time. Alright. Bada bing, bada bam. keyboard part down. Just gotta fix it up, quantize it, all that good shit. Switch over there right now and get that started. It's a little rough, but that's okay. Just gonna fix it up. Make sure it's on time. Alright, fix up the piano a little bit. I also went ahead and added the synth line. I was going to play on keyboard, but I just figured it'd be better to just draw it. So I did. Despite the mixing not being the best and the vocals still being placeholder and the guitar still needing to be replaced, I think this is shaping up. So it's gonna sound pretty crispy because once again the performance kind of tanks when I have OBS open, but I'm gonna play it back. And yeah, this is track 2. Okay, so instead of playing it through FL, I'm actually just gonna export it and play it through my media player instead, so we'll do that. I don't care, I don't want this pussy on me. I don't care, but I'm sorry for being so self-confused and not confusing my mind. Tell me better, but I can't feel my face when I'm stuck in this place. Alright, so I was a bit of a dumbass. I forgot to unmute my mic, but basically I was saying that yeah, that's the song so far, and I'm gonna end it off here today and go on to day 3. So here's a beautifully graceful transition. Yee. After some practice with the keyboard, I moved over to the PC to do some research, as I knew what genre I wanted track 3 to be, but I didn't really know how I wanted it to sound. The genre I was aiming for was math rock. I was a bit iffy on having both tracks 2 and 3 be rock based, but after listening to a few of the tracks, I was convinced that I needed to do this. From what I picked up, this genre seems to be comprised of these bits. You got yourself a clean guitar tone, harmonics, piano, some laid-back sounding chords, clean finger bass, some crazy drum fills, which have me a little bit worried for my amateur drum skills and not too good setup, but hey, fuck it. 120 to 140 BPM, songs are at least 3 minutes, and there's gotta be a change up in the song at one point or another. So, taking this all in, I went right into the lab and started to cook. And that's where my work ended, as I left and didn't come back till late. Day 3 was considerably less productive, but hey, we got something down for track 3, so I'd say that's a win. Started off today with some more keyboard practice, and I'm happy to say I'm feeling a lot more confident with how I've been playing. After that, I hopped back into the lab to keep working on track 3. Now, before logging off the day before, I did actually add a proper intro to the track and a proper outro. Now, I wasn't going to be able to record drums today, but I did already have a drum beat in mind for this song. So, putting this on the back burner for now and moving on to the next track. Something I actually started working on about a year ago. Just another dizzy zone, just another dizzy zone. 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 A short demo I had made for the previous album that never got finished. Recently I tried to add to the track, and now I want to include it into this new project. I felt the instrumental was pretty strong and didn't need much else. Just wanted to get that compressed and crunchy feeling that the original demo had. I also added a second verse, though the vocals would need to be re-recorded. The next song I had in mind I'd written about a year or two ago, but never really settled on an instrumental. There's some other renditions on a flash drive of mine, but here's one of the instrumentals I made for it. A little too video game-esque for what I'm going for, but I think the composition is solid enough to work. Just needs a little fine-tuning. I figured with how simple this song's melody is, it would be perfect to play on the keyboard. But with my very limited keyboard skills, I figured out that it wasn't going to be that easy. Still, I didn't want to end the 4th day doing so little, so I decided to at least try and record a demo. Hello there, I see you reaching out to me. And after so long, but with no true response, probably. With all the bullshit that you put me through and through, I was sick of it, and I was so tired of you. We had our laughs, we had our good times, but now we've lost in the sand of time. We've had laughs, we've had some fun, but now it's done. Lyrics need to be rewritten, and keyboard skills desperately need fine-tuning, but hey, one track complete, 3 tracks almost done, and 1 being started. Not bad for just 4 days of work. Though, it does beg the question, how many tracks should I even do? Everything had 8 tracks and was only about 20 minutes. I want this album to be longer, but I only have about 5 tracks planned out. So, made a decision. If at any point I'm unable to record drums or vocals, I'll use that time to write new tracks. So, with that in mind, I finished off for day 4 and headed on to day 5. Alright, day 5 drums. Alright, so I chopped up the drums a bit and lined them up as best I can, and I think it sounds alright. Give this a go and see how it sounds.